Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You need to move back.
You want to put up tape or something?
Are you going to move back or no?
No. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You need to move back.
I'm on a public sidewalk. You better check yourself, homie.
You need to move back. You're interfering with my investigation right now.
It's a physical act.
One more warning. You need to back off.
Go ahead, dude. 10 foot.
You need to back
10
off.
foot, you stupid.
You need to back off. Okay, you know what?
Dude, don't touch me.
Back
don't touch me. I'm on a public sidewalk. Stop.
Stop right now.
Hello, and welcome back to Legal Dissent, where we evaluate your constitutional rights before they're taken away. We appreciate the time you have invested in our channel by watching our videos. Please let us know how we can continue to improve, and if you have videos you would like us to evaluate. You can always submit your videos by posting in the comments below, shooting us a message on Facebook, Twitter, or via email. We love interacting with you and are super happy to see this community grow. Today, we are evaluating a video posted by DirectD a little over a month ago on March 13th, 2021. As always, the links to the channel, original videos, contact information of the law enforcement agency involved, case law, and statutes are located in the description below. DirectD is walking down a public sidewalk and comes across a traffic stop being conducted as he begins to film.
Howdy. Good morning. How's you guys' day going?
Not too bad. You keep walking, you can film. Just keep walking over there.
What's your name and badge number, field training officer?
Go over there.
What's your name and badge number?
We'll deal with that later. You need to move.
This is a public sidewalk right now.
You need to move.
This is a public sidewalk. You better calm down.
You need to move. You need to go back. I'm dealing with this. You're now interfering with our investigation.
You want me to go over here?
You can go over there.
Interfering is a physical.
There are two statutes in Arizona law that Officer Salas may be referring to when he says that DirectD is interfering. The first is Arizona Code Section 28-622, failure to comply with a police officer. This states that a person shall not willfully fail or refuse to comply with any lawful order or direction of a police officer invested by law with authority to direct, control, or regulate traffic. There are two issues with applying this statute to this situation. First is the concept of a lawful order, and the second is that this statute is in relation to allowing officers to give orders to control traffic. The officer is not directing, controlling, or regulating traffic in this instance. Therefore, this statute would not apply to this case, and we do not have to analyze whether the order given was lawful or not. The second statute that could potentially apply under Arizona law is Section 13-2402, obstructing governmental operations, that criminalizes the obstruction of governmental operations by using or threatening to use violence or physical force, and if the person knows that this would obstruct, impair, or hinder the performance of a governmental function or the enforcement of the penal law or the preservation of the peace by a peace officer acting under color of his official authority. Up to this point, the auditor has not used violence or physical force or threatened to do so. Therefore, the officer has no probable cause to arrest him for obstructing governmental operations, and further, he does not have reasonable articulable suspicion that the auditor is doing so. Therefore, he cannot legally detain him either.
Are you guys all stupid or what?
Go.
No, you know what? I'm on a public sidewalk.
Leave.
What are you going to do?
Part over there.
This is a public sidewalk. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
I'm doing an investigation.
Call your supervisor.
Call your supervisor. So I can deal with this investigation.
This is Jay Blake of the Mesa PD.
If you don't move,
you don't have a name and badge number, nothing.
You need to move back.
Is your body cam on? Arrested for what? I'm on a public sidewalk. You can't arrest me on a public sidewalk.
Hey, watch your driver.
Dude, do your thing. Do your thing. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You need to move back.
You want to put up tape or something?
Are you going to move back or no?
No. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You need to move back.
I'm on a public sidewalk. You better check yourself, homie.
You need to move back. You're interfering with my investigation right now.
It's a physical act.
One more warning. You need to back off.
Go ahead, dude. 10 foot.
You need to back off.
10 foot, you stupid.
You need to back off. Okay, you know what?
Dude, don't touch me.
Back
don't touch me. I'm on a public sidewalk. Stop.
Stop right now.
The camera cuts off for a bit as DirectD is detained and handcuffed by Officer Salas. The Arizona Supreme Court held in State v. Winnegar that a legal detainment requires information that amounts to a reasonable suspicion grounded in specific and articulable facts of criminal activity. Therefore, because the auditor has not breached the threshold of criminal activity as defined in the statutes, this was not a legal detainment. We were asked specifically by a subscriber to analyze if DirectD was actually arrested, as he claimed in the title of his video. The answer, in our opinion, is yes, he was actually arrested by Officer Salas at this point. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which Arizona is in, held in United States v. Beck that an arrest occurs when an average person, innocent of crime, reasonably thinks that he is being arrested. Further, more than the restriction of liberty is required. The other critical consideration is the degree and manner of force used in the stop and the detention. Revisiting the Arizona Supreme Court's holding in Winnegar, failure to observe the mechanical formalities of an arrest does not preclude finding an arrest occurred. It does not turn upon any formalistic word contest. Rather, the issue turns upon an evaluation of all the surrounding circumstances to determine whether a reasonable person, innocent of any crime, would reasonably believe that he was being arrested. An arrest is complete when the suspect's liberty of movement is interrupted and restricted by the police. This determination is to be tested by the objective evidence and not the subjective beliefs of the parties. In this case, Direct D was told that he was under arrest and then forcibly cuffed and his liberty was restrained. Most individuals would reasonably assume that they are arrested at this point. Therefore, we believe that he has a really solid argument for being illegally arrested at this point. The video resumes as Officer Salas is removing the handcuffs and multiple law enforcement officers are now on the scene.
This guy just put me in handcuffs. What's your name and badge number so I can get it on camera?
17363.
Name?
Salas.
Salas. So just to go over what just happened right now,
Let's go ahead and give him the business card with the incident number.
I was filming on a public sidewalk, walking down, and you didn't like it, and told me to get back, and when I did get back, it wasn't good enough for you, so you decided to physically grab me and put me in handcuffs, and now you guys are gonna try and file charges with the prosecutor because you're not sure. That's fine. That's totally fine. I identified myself, so we'll see what happens. I do have lawyers too, so filing false charges and whatnot's not going to be good. They probably won't file it though. You guys got to work on this desecration of the flag. I don't know if any of you guys are veterans. I don't see it on you, but you're being very disrespectful to veterans. Wearing that blue line on the flag. I could have went totally different. I wouldn't have said nothing to you. You didn't have to say nothing to me. You could have just done your traffic stop, and then this wouldn't have been on YouTube. But now you're going to be all over the place. Mind your own business. That's all you gotta do. Do your job. Ignore public citizens that are on public sidewalks, filming you while you're working.
Several minutes go by and eventually the officers allow Direct D to be on his way without being charged with a crime. We hope that this auditor follows up with a lawsuit against the Mesa Police Department and Officer Salas, as he was illegally detained and arrested for merely exercising his First Amendment right to film the police in the course of their duties. What do you all think? Let us know in the comments below. Also, feel free to reach out to us if you have a video you'd like us to evaluate, and we'll see you next time right here on Legal Dissent.